In an article that she's written for Elle magazine, actress Angelina Jolie has said the world needs more wicked women.
I think that it's a bit strong, obviously, wicked. In the Middle Ages, women that were of strong mind and body, they were called witches or, you know, and burnt alive and all the rest of it. I like to think of myself now as a strong woman, but in the past, I am somebody who has been with somebody and, you know, they didn't like what I wear, so I changed my clothes for them, or I might change my personality a little bit and not say exactly what's on my mind. And for me, it's actually, I find inspiration from not only my son, but from my daughter especially, because she's just so strong and she says it exactly as she sees it. And sometimes I look at her and I say, are you talking to me like that? Are you? Because I forget, and she loves to say, well, I'm my mother's daughter, and I can't honestly remember me being how forthright and strong-minded she is, and it's so inspirational to me. I learn from her every single day. So I think that's, for me, that's what I'm taking that back for myself, and now I'm, you know, developing.
Do you think that's a generational thing? Because obviously we were talking to Amber before about, you know, how she grew and the way she stands up for herself. The girl code, how the girls all protected themselves.
Oh, I think that's rubbish, actually, Andrea. I think, no.
I wish you'd be more forthright, Janet.
Exactly.
No, I really do.
Exactly.
Not sure I'm getting what you're saying.
No, Andrea, you know I love you, but I'm just going to really disagree with you on this because I don't think it is a generational thing, because I think that I popped out of the womb fully formed witch. Speaking my mind.
Did you say you've popped out the womb as a fully formed witch?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. Well, if we're saying that the definition, Angelina Jolie, we need more wicked women, and wicked in the past used to mean that you were a witch. Well, I definitely was a fully formed wicked woman from word go. And even at primary school, you know, and secondary school, I was like this, and I always said what I thought. And obviously, people didn't like it, and I also haven't really learnt to be more moderate in what I say. But I do think that I'm strong-willed, and I can't really tell you why that is. But I mean, I'm just not willing to compromise in what I believe in. But when I started working with Colleen, I noticed that Colleen, you know, Colleen's relationship with her daughter as her daughter's got older has been really changed, and now your daughter's almost telling you how to behave, just as
yeah, absolutely. She does tell me. She's not telling me how to behave, but she's behaving in a way that I never would have, because
that you didn't have the guts to.
That I wouldn't have had the guts to, and if I had have been like that, I would have been called names, or you know, nice girls don't do this, or. But she's in an and I'm really trying to embrace it all, because, you know, as you know, she went on holiday recently, her first girls' holiday, and they went to INAP at 8 of them. Now, when my son turned 18, he did the same thing, and when he was telling me the stories, what he got up to, I was like, oh, here we go, typical boy. When she told me, I'm trying to have that same attitude, but inside I'm thinking, holy God. And I'm going, yeah, well, girls can be like that.
So why do you think, is that just because the way you were raised, girls couldn't be like that?
I love the fact that she is in control of what she does, and it's nice to see that she's not one of these simpering at home and crying over boys, and it's like, well, if you don't like me, you don't like me, I'll move on to the next one, you know, and it's kind of like, yeah, go girl, she's strong.
It's like, because your daughter's generation can make friends in a different way.
Yeah.
And when we were teenagers, there wasn't, you know, you might have had a best friend and you had a girl that you know, a friend you hung out with, but basically your goal was to get a bloke.
Yeah.
And you were single-minded.
and if he took you out for a meal and you kissed him at the end of the meal, you were exclusive and he was your boyfriend. None of this thing going on.
Yeah.
But I think that's all changed, and I think that young people now are much better at being friends and seeing people, you know, having a wide circle of friends. There's definitely, when I went to school, you were just desperate to get a bloke. Just desperate.
Do you know what?
It informed your every waking hour. You
know what changed?
How can I attract that bloke outside the chip shop?
Yeah. You know what changed my thought process and made me a little bit more outspoken and certainly stronger to do what I want was I had therapy. I went in therapy. You know, obviously when my second marriage and all that was falling apart. So I went and had therapy, and it was having that also made me go, OK, it's OK to speak out for yourself. It's OK now to go home and say no, or, you know, you go and buy the milk today, or I'm sitting here, you make me a cup of tea. You know, I'd always been in that role while arguing with somebody in my head, but still doing what was annoying me. And it really took therapy for me to go, oh, I'm not happy with this situation, and that's OK, but only I can do something about it, instead of settling for it because I feel I should.
Going back to Angelina Jolie's article, I think it's really interesting that she said that the world needs more wicked women, because if we think how privileged we are, that we can now, and that your daughter's generation can speak out without any fear, but all over the world, women of our generation and their daughters can't even drive a car.
That's right.
Go to a sports match. Go anywhere in parts of the United Arab Emirates. They can't. They've got this guardianship law, so they have to go places with men all the time, and they are all. You know, that is just inconceivable.
Oh, absolutely. And married, you know, have to marry who they're told.
They have to marry people.
But let's not call it
for them.
wicked women.
OK, let's call them loose women.
Yeah.